I got the bad ending. Start. It looks like it's hand-drawn. The hospital was empty. Quiet and brighter than usual, like waking up on a snow day. But I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel much of anything. Weird. Normally opening my eyes to a room this bright would give me a migraine. Instead, I feel no pain at all. Is she dead? No aching muscles, no bed sores, not even a hint of dizziness or nausea. For the first time in 7 years, I felt completely normal. Either I'm cured or this is a dream. Or she's dead. I'm dead. I just said that. Hello. I called out, but no one came. Nurse? I searched for the call button on the side of my bed, but it wasn't there. Yep, definitely a dream then. My IV bag dripped in response. Or these are some next level painkillers. What am I supposed to do now? Die, I guess. Leave the room, wait patiently, die, I guess. Do we wait or leave? Because I don't feel like dying this early in the game. I think we leave, right? Fine, I'll just go find someone. I put on some slippers and walked out into the hall. Much to my dismay, there didn't seem to be anyone here either. Something was definitely wrong. Even in the dead of night, you'd see a nurse or two scurrying these halls. Or at the very least, a janitor. But it's broad daylight and there's absolutely no one. My footsteps echoed quietly in the eerie silence. I peered around the corner to see another empty stretch of hallway before me. Okay, new explanation. Time has stopped. I slept through the fire alarm and everyone already evacuated. I was left behind in the confusion. Or it's the rapture. So it's not their fault. I was left behind. A nuclear apocalypse. Isn't there a bright flash before the bomb goes off? That must be what this is. I walked steadily down the halls, coming up with more and more ridiculous theories as to what was happening. Finally, a figure appears, saving me from my madness. Stylish woman. Hello. Hi. I was too surprised to know how to react. This wasn't the sort of person I expected to find, and she showed up too suddenly. Instead of focusing on all the possible explanations for what was going on, I should have come up with something to say when I inevitably found someone. Stupid. I didn't think anyone else was here. She looks me up and down, glancing to my IV and then back to my face. She's expecting a response. Quick, think of something to say. Where is everyone? I'm looking for a nurse. Cool tie. Go this one, I guess. I'm looking for a nurse. A nurse? By the tone of her voice, I can tell I've just said something ridiculous. Shouldn't it be obvious from my appearance that I need medical attention? Not that I feel sick at the moment, just in general. That is cool. It is a cool tie. The back of it is longer than the front of it, but we'll let it slide. Besides, we're in a hospital, aren't we? There should be a nurse around here somewhere. It's more concerning if there isn't. You know what? That's true. This is St. Fellows, right? Angela usually works today. I guess I don't know what time it is either. They took the clock out of my room. More and more I realize that nothing here is adding up. The woman sighs as I struggle to get my bearings. Listen, this isn't a hospital. You died. Right. Fuck. I love this drawing. The illustration is really cool. Like, I like it a lot. Are you okay? You're not having a heart attack, are you? No, I was just really hoping you weren't going to say that. Ah, right. Of course. Why would it matter if I was having a heart attack now? I'm apparently dead. Apparently. I mean, I assumed as much. Well, yeah. I just didn't want to face it. How could I have died so unceremoniously? Unless it's just that I don't remember the gruesome details. I guess I should be thankful for that, at least. Still, to die in my sleep at the ripe age of 22, it's not how I expected my life to come to an end. The doctors never told me I had however many weeks left to live. It feels so out of nowhere. Did I really die? I'm breathing right now. Out of necessity or habit? The woman clears her throat. I'm sorry, it took me some time to process my own death, too. You're also dead? I've been here about 3 months now, give or take. I wonder how she died, but it's probably rude to ask a stranger something like that. It's not like I'd want to spill my life story either. So, what's your story, kid? She asked without hesitation. I'm not a kid, I'm 22. Really? But you look so young. She does look young. Being hospitalized stunted my growth, I guess. Why are we talking about this? I died. Who cares what I look like? Wow, only 4 years younger than me. Finally someone I can relate to a bit better. 4 years younger, so 26? My life is pretty far from the average 22-year-old's experience. It's hard to imagine I would be relatable to her in the slightest. What were you hospitalized for? It's not cancer, is it? She's so unbelievably rude. No, it's hard to explain. Was it terminal? I continued to be astounded by this woman's complete lack of tact. Can we talk about something else? Sorry, I'm asking because I want to discern what your goal might be. My goal? I'm dead. Surely there's no reason left to pursue any kind of goals. To my surprise, she laughs. This might be some kind of afterlife, but that doesn't mean we should give up on living. Fair? My name is Scarlet. I'm going to get my second shot at life, even if it kills me. That's a pretty name. Moving words for someone who's already dead. What about you? Do you want to go back? Do I want to go back? Of course I want to live. Go back to where? Nah, it's impossible. Go back to where? Go back to where? When? To where I left off? To before I was hospitalized? The thought of returning to my current everyday life, reassuming the status I've been in for the past 7 years, it just doesn't sound all that appealing to me. It's not that I'd rather be dead. It's more like, now that I've died, I feel like I could come to accept it. My head doesn't hurt, and I've been standing here for a while now without feeling dizzy. That's huge for me. I wonder if I even need this IV anymore. I answered her honestly. I don't know. That makes sense. It sounds like you just got here after all. What's your name? It's Ashley. Ash for short. Alright, Ashley, walk with me. I'll tell you everything I know. She turned immediately with complete confidence that I would follow right after her. So I did. Scarlet walked at an easy pace, explaining the mechanics of this afterlife as if it were a speech she'd rehearsed and recited 20 times. And maybe she had. Clearly I wasn't the first dead person she'd welcomed here. It was surreal. Thinking about the situation I was in, but also how I had no trouble focusing on her explanation despite that. Usually I feel so lost in a fog, but my mind is completely clear right now. Is this how my brain would function if I were healthy? Not that it matters anymore. Based on Scarlet's explanation, I should consider this place to be purgatory. We died, but we can move on from here. It's unclear exactly where we would move on to. Apparently, that's up to death. We were on our way to meet them now. So, we don't get hungry? Right. Or thirsty? There's nothing to eat or drink here anyway. And we can't sleep. You know, I haven't actually tried. But after 3 full months with no sleep, I haven't had any sort of adverse health effects. Safe to say it's unnecessary. You know for sure it's been 3 months. Time is definitely passing. I've been using my watch to track the days, because there's no sunrise or sunset. I slow my pace and Scarlet stops in front of me. There's a pitying look on her face. The status isn't so bad once you get used to it. I'm already tired of how bright it is. Scarlet laughs, but I wasn't joking. I may have been spared from my usual migraine, but the constant intensity of the light was unnerving to me. If I had a choice of which hospital to spend purgatory in, I'd say St. Fellows was the better option. At least there, I had the changing seasons to look forward to. How to get quieter after visiting hours were over. The chatty nurses telling me about their days as they changed my IV. Being in the hospital for so long, you learn to love the little things. The alternative is to just feel miserable all the time. I'm not miserable. I'm still alive. But I can't even say that anymore. I grip the pole of my IV and stand a little tighter. I'm still too afraid to leave it behind. The last few wayward souls who came through here, they made it out pretty quick. Maybe you'll be able to bargain with death too. Then you won't have to get used to this light. I'm not very good at bargaining. She laughs again and presses the button for the elevator. I'll help you. I'm good at debate. Thanks. The elevator doors opened to reveal a man stacking coins in the center of the floor. Don't come in. I blinked at the confusing sight, but Scarlet cut in without missing a beat. You're still at this? It's been 2 days. There's a lot of coins and a deadline's coming up pretty soon. Scarlet leaned her forearm against the elevator door to prevent it from closing. Well, can we get in? I'm taking Ashley here to meet Death. Could you maybe catch the next one? No. No. Scarlet forced her way in, knocking over a stack of coins in the process. Why are you so pushy, Miss Scarlet? Because you're wasting your time. Come on, Ashley. She motioned for me to follow and I stepped onto the elevator. I did my best to avoid the coins at my feet. It was an awkward ride. I would say so. I understand why. When we reached the basement, Scarlet went on ahead. The man moved to shield his coin stacks from her reckless stride, but it turned out to be unnecessary. Her intent seemed more focused on escorting me to wherever Death was, I guess. To the side of the elevator door was another pile of coins. Upon closer inspection, they looked to be some type of play currency. At least, I'm not aware of any coins with a skull on them. Doubloons, maybe. Judging by the cartoony design, it seemed like something used for a board game rather than by pirates. Curious, and not particularly in any rush to meet Death, I stopped to talk to the man. Why are you stacking coins, Mr. Celadon? And you're Ashley, right? I prefer Ash. Celadon picks up a small stack of coins and transports them into a larger pile beside the elevator. His process is methodical and efficient. I can tell he really has been at this for 2 days. It's my trial, so I can revive. He shuffles back into the elevator to pick up the next stack of coins. Trial? Scarlet, clearly tired of waiting, returns to my side. Death told him he had 3 days to bring coins from the top floor to the basement. If he reaches a certain amount, his soul will be released. They have to stay stacked like this. If a single coin faces tails up, it won't count. Sounds tedious. No, I don't mind. It's good exercise. He goes back for the next round of coins. Leave him, Ashley. He does hundreds of these trials. Death isn't going to let him pass this time either. As Scarlet walks away, the elevator doors begin to close. Celadon stumbles from his place to block them. The stack of coins he's holding wobbles dangerously, but he quickly steadies them and continues his work as if nothing had happened. I feel sorry for him. Follow Scarlet, help Celadon. I'd rather be alone. Aid well in this situation. Also, can I just say I love this color? Like the pink, I love it. It's like a corally. Here, I can help. Really? You don't have to. It looks fun. Aw, her little smile. That's a heart. We both know I'm lying, but he smiles anyway. In that case, feel free. Clack, clack, clack. I carefully stack the coins that Scarlet scattered on the elevator floor, checking that each one is facing heads up. It's easy to get absorbed in the task, somewhat addictive even. Each coin I place down gives me a small sense of satisfaction, and I'm not even getting sore from being hunched over. That part is nice. I can't imagine being stuck doing this for 2 full days though. That's some serious endurance. Celadon came back and forth, carrying each stack of coins out into the hall. Every once in a while, the elevator door would try to close, and he would lean against it to keep it open. I wondered if I'd been more useful just holding down the button for him, but he seemed to have developed a rhythm around it. I didn't want to interrupt that rhythm any more than I already had. When the last of the coins were gathered into stacks, I began carrying them out with him. It's so nice of you to lend a hand. Hopefully it's not against the rules or anything. Huh? I'm not messing things up for you, am I? Probably not. I mean, sometimes I fail my trials on a technicality. Well, anyway, Death didn't say anything about doing it all on my own. Just that I had to carry them by hand. Am I doing the right thing by helping him? As long as he's fine with it, I guess. We step out of the now empty elevator and into the coin-filled hall. No one's ever helped me with my trials before. Usually people have their own thing going on. He starts heading in the direction Scarlet went earlier. I follow, dragging my IV along with one hand and carrying a small stack of coins in the other. Are you sure it's okay for me to keep helping you? Yeah, I don't think it counts as cheating or anything. It's like you're part of my downline. Downline? Yeah, like we're a team. You do a bit of the work for me, and we both profit. I can give you some of my coins when this is over. How does that sound? His offer catches me off guard. I wasn't doing this for any kind of profit. I just wanted to be nice. No thanks. I don't have pockets. Haha, well, let me know if you change your mind. I wince a little at how enthusiastically he delivered his pun. Finally, we reached the end of the hall. That's a lot of coins. The room we were transporting the coins to turned out to be a morgue. I could now see firsthand the result of his past 2 days of effort. Glancing around the room, I lock eyes with Scarlet. She shifts her gaze to Celadon, who is currently preoccupied lining up his stack of coins with the others. And then it suddenly clicks for me. Of course the place we'd find death waiting would be the morgue. This is where they keep the bodies. The thought of it chills me to the bone, so I focus on the coins in my hand. I place them down with the rest, then move to follow Celadon back out into the hall. Ashley, wait. I stop in my tracks, then reluctantly turn to face the person who was supposed to be helping me negotiate my revival. You feel sorry for him, don't you? She's right, but I'm still inclined to argue. I'm just trying to help. His trial is ending soon anyway, right? There's not a lot of time left, Miss Scarlet. He shouts back at us from the hall. His footsteps echo down it as he goes back for more coins. You're a nice girl, Ashley. But don't you think you should focus on saving your own soul? She says, entirely focused on saving mine. Helping others while I'm at it doesn't hurt. You're doing it too. She doesn't say anything back. I'm already out the door, catching up to Celadon. His pace slows once he realizes I'm following him. As I close the distance, I try to make conversation. It's kind of messed up that Death is making you carry all these coins into the morgue. Morgue? We're walking together now. He blinks at me. Oh, right. You're new. What do you see this place as, Ash? What do I see it as? A hospital, purgatory. I can't see. It's too bright. Look at this one. It's too bright in here to see it all. Haha, it really is. I'm confused by what he's asking me. Do we all see this place differently? For me, it's kind of personal, but I don't mind telling you. This place looks like a rehab facility I was sent to in my early 20s. I was only there for a short time, but it left an impression, I guess. Rehab. We each pick up a stack of coins. Yeah, I partied pretty hard back in college. I mean, I thought that's what you're supposed to do back in college. Anyway, it got so bad my family sent me to rehab for a bit. I've been sober ever since. Huh? I have no idea how to respond. It's so far out of my own experience that I can't imagine what it must have been like at all. Were you in college, Ash, before you got here? You're not still in high school, are you? No, I've been in the hospital since I was a teenager. I didn't actually get to go to high school either. That's so sad. I'm sorry. We reach the morgue again and walk back inside. Scarlet doesn't bother us this time. Celadon and I place our coins down, ready to head back out for more. Before we leave, I reconsider this morgue. This room looks different to Celadon, and to Scarlet too. She told me before that this isn't a hospital. I wonder what it looks like to her. Since it's not really a morgue, it's a lot easier to push down the anxiety I feel about being here. This is all made up. It's set dressing. Huh? Even the coins we're carrying aren't real. Maybe I'll wake up soon and realize it was a dream all along. Yeah, right. Stack by stack, we carry away the coins in the hall until there are none left. When I offered to help him, I didn't think I'd get so into it, but the work was meditative and helped keep my mind off things. I'm here because I died. I haven't been able to process that yet. I just dove into helping this stranger with his trial, a trial I don't know anything about. I don't want to think about any of that. I just want to keep focusing on the task at hand. But his trial will be over soon, and death will come to pass judgment. That's how this works, isn't it? Sure enough, as we carry in the last of the coins, we're greeted by death. I like this design a lot, actually. It's like chill Grim Reaper vibe. I like it. A hooded figure carrying a scythe, their face hidden by a mask. The sight of them startles me, but I take care not to drop any of Celadon's coins. She's young. She doesn't belong here. Scarlet must be bargaining for my soul, like we talked about. It's nice of her to do that, even though I was busy helping Celadon instead. She fits in pretty well as far as I can see. Death stares in my direction. Are they watching me? I can't tell with the mask. Do you think we have time for one more trip up the elevator? Celadon looks antsy. I'm not sure what he's worried about, though. We already brought so many coins. This is enough, isn't it? Maybe, but one last trip wouldn't hurt. He looks like he's asking my permission. Death walks over to us before I can respond. Time's up, Donnie. Donnie, that's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. Only my mom calls me that. Scarlet strides over to us, indignant. Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule's full, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow. I'm busy. Ugh, just tell him he failed and get it over with already. Please, don't do that. I worked really hard. So the trial really is over now. Excuse me. They all turn to face me at once. I'm a little surprised they listen, and massively uncomfortable with the attention. I love this character drawing. I love it so much. Not just check 'em. There's a hint of a smirk in their voice. I'm gonna flip 'em. Flip? And there's a catch. For every coin you brought, we're gonna play heads or tails. If any of them land on tails, you lose. I thought I just had to place them here face up. Flipping every single one? That's impossible. What are the odds of getting heads so many times in a row? 50-50 for each coin. Well, that's technically impossible. Technically possible, right? Not gonna happen. Pretty awful RNG. Dude. It'd take a miracle, but there's still technically a chance you could pass. If I had that kind of luck, I would have won the lottery by now. Don't bother getting his hopes up, Ashley. It always turns out like this. I can't help but feel a little responsible for increasing his burden. Not that removing my contributions would have changed his outcome. Death flips the first coin. Heads. They picked up the next one. Ooh, heads again. They're definitely taking pleasure in this. Celadon cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. A third coin lands on heads. And then the fourth. He watches the results, unable to speak. But it can't go on forever. In fact, it might be set up to make him start to think he has a chance, only for death to take it away. It's just a coin flip, but they managed to turn into immense psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have given him better odds. But then, would he fail for not meeting the minimum requirement? I see why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. The coin flips pause. Death turns to me. Hey Ashley, heads or tails? Tails, says Scarlet. I wasn't asking you. Death wants me to call it. We call heads. Heads. Scarlet shoots me a look, but I don't budge. I have to stand up to Death somehow. They flip the coin. Tails, you lose, Celadon. Come on, that's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he might cry, which is probably Death's aim with this. Crushing his spirit, giving him hope, only to snuff it right back out. What did they gain from toying with people like that? Celadon has done a lot of these, right? I can't stop myself from speaking up. The situation is too unfair. Yeah. Just a simple yeah. So why can't you just release his soul already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts their scythe like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react as my eyes follow them. I can only think of how the ceiling is higher up than I realize. They drift to a stop, then grasp the handle on one of the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? It's not a real morgue, but there could still be actual bodies in there. And why hadn't I noticed that this room looks indefinitely tall until now? The metal door swings open and a long drawer slides out. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it seems to be lined with rows upon rows of hourglasses. His is in here. What are those? The countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown. Why is that the first I'm hearing of a countdown? Ugh, like you'd have told me. This is how long you have left to live. The sand in this small hourglass falls steadily down, a human life measured in grains of sand. Nice try, we're already dead. Not quite. Celadon stares at the ground. Wringing his hands? What? Huh? What do you mean? Death descends again, Celadon's hourglass in hand. Want to see what happens when I turn this over? They say in a teasing voice, like it's a game to them. This is someone's life. No. Celadon says what we must all have been thinking. But it's cool. Check it out. When Death flips the hourglass over, we all expect the sand inside to reverse direction. But it doesn't. It continues falling upward, defying gravity. This is how long we have left to live, meaning we are still alive? And maybe because we're still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlet said she'd been here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? Scarlet lets out an incredulous huff. These words are insane. I can't pronounce half them. So you're just going to torture him until his time runs out? Will you release him once it gets down to the wire or let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable. We're still alive, even though this is the afterlife? Didn't Scarlet tell you? I looked at Scarlet, but she's already stormed away. She taps her foot facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died a social death. Y'all ended up here because you're miserable losers. I follow Celadon back to the elevator up to the ground floor. He holds his hourglass, tapping on it gently, but it does nothing to stop the flow of the sand. We aren't dead yet, but we could die soon, unless Death decides to release our souls. Let us revive. We need to pass a trial to do that, but as far as I understand it, but the trials are designed to waste our time. Is it a trick then? Is there some other way to overcome this? I don't have enough information. I need to find out more about the rules of this place. Celadon breaks me out of my thoughts and brings me back to the present. Thanks for helping me earlier. No problem. I'm sorry for not telling you sooner about the social death thing. That's okay. It'd be a weird thing to explain, right? Yeah, so weird. Since he was here before Scarlet, he must know a lot more about this place than she does. Maybe sticking with him was the right call. I can ask him all sorts of things. Is he the right person to talk to? Chat with Celadon, find Scarlet, ask Death instead. Wouldn't going to the source be best? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Actually, I better talk to Death first. They're the only one in charge of this place. I'm gonna go ask Death some questions. I haven't got much of a chance to talk to him yet. Good luck. I'll be here. When the elevator doors open, Death's scythe drops in through a small gap, like a guillotine. The blade sticks in the floor, set a couple inches deep. It takes me a moment to register what happened. Thank God I wasn't standing right there. Once the door is fully open, they jostle the handle and swing their weapon back over their shoulder casually. I've been expecting you. To kill me? Nah, wanna hang out? You're not gonna swing your scythe at me anymore? Right? Don't be such a baby. Follow me. I like this Death character. I really do. Like I have a choice. I really like this Death character. Increased bond with Death. Death brings me back to the morgue, but the atmosphere has completely changed. Is this a different room? It's my room. How do you deck it out so fast? This place looks extremely lived in from the From the half-eaten bags of snacks on the floor to the controllers scattered near the beanbag chair. Magic. Don't worry about it. Right. I should know better than to ask, considering I've also seen them fly. The big screen TV catches my attention. There's a tantalizing lineup of the latest game consoles below it. Are we gonna play video games or something? I'm getting a little excited now. The only games I had in the hospital were my favorite childhood handheld. Death strides over to the controllers on the floor and picks up one of them. We're gonna play GTA 5. GTA. Glorious Devils. I don't know how to pronounce that. Have you not heard of that? Oh, the kids down the street I grew up on had one of those games. I watched them play it. The Sin Town one, I think. Yeah, that's the old one. 5's cooler. It got way better graphics. How do you play? It's single player. You just watch. Wow, what fun. How long am I gonna be stuck here hanging out with them? Death turns the console on and boots up the game. The graphics really are better than Sin's Towns. In GTA, you play as a devil girl named Lucy. She's like if Lucifer were a sexy lady. It's a raunchy game that appeals to edgy preteens and middle schoolers. In the case of my childhood friends, the parents didn't seem to understand the rating system and bought it out of ignorance. There's a main story mode, but I think most people play the game for the sandbox aspect. You can pick up guns and steal cars and kill people. It takes place in hell, so I guess you're killing other sinners. I don't think it's the kind of game with deep lore attached to it. Death loads a save and shows me their character. Lucy's dressed in cargo pants and a bikini top with a huge rifle on her back. She looks absolutely ridiculous, but the over-the-top aesthetic of the game is kind of the selling point. Check this out, they say, equipping a huge rocket launcher. They fire it at a gas station, then walk toward the camera in slow motion for dramatic effect. The explosions in the game are so realistic. Actually, I've never seen an explosion in real life, so maybe they're not. They look more real than the ones from the previous game anyway. I comment on how cool it was while Death cackles away, stealing a fast-looking car and evading Hell's police force. They're having a great time. Ugh, mask getting in the way. That's Death. She's so pretty. Death slides their mask up under their hood, revealing their face. One half of their head is shaved, and their eyelids are caked in bright purple eyeshadow. Their eyes flash with excitement over the game. They're gonna send in helicopters next. Sure enough, helicopters appeared. The edges of the screen flash red before the bullets rain down on poor Lucy. You better find some cover. I'm working on it. Lucy's car skids to a parking garage, and one of the helicopters crashes into the side of the building in a huge explosion. I like this face. This drawing of the face, I like it. Whoa. Dumbass. AI never knows what to do when I drive into one of these. Death speeds through the parking garage before rolling out of the car, letting it crash into the outer wall. Sometimes it'll clip through and fly out onto the street. This game's buggy as hell. They're making it seem like a lot of fun. I used to get motion sickness whenever I tried playing these types of games myself. Oh yeah? That blows. They pause the game quickly. You're not getting sick from watching, are you? No, I haven't had any symptoms since waking up here. It's kind of awesome. You want to play? Huh? Can I? Yeah, since you normally wouldn't be able to, I'll make you a new file as long as you don't save over my shit. Death holds the controller out in front of me. Yeah, thanks. It's been so long since I played a console game, it takes me a while to adjust the controls. Why are the 3D cameras so unwieldy? Whenever I hold up or down, it seems to go the opposite direction I wanted. It's so disorienting, but it's still pretty fun to run around, even if I'm not any good at the game. I spent some time driving around the fictional hell trying to obey traffic laws. I never learned to drive, so this is the closest I'll ever get. I'm too afraid to start a shootout with the cops, so I try my best to act like a good citizen. I brace myself, expecting Death to poke fun at my cowardice, but their attention is turned away from the screen. At some point, they pulled out a laptop and started typing away on it. Do you get internet here? Yeah. Wait, like real life internet? What other kind of internet is there? Could I use it to contact my parents? No. Why not? For one, I'm busy. They stubbornly continue typing. I can't believe we'd had a connection to the real world and they're keeping it all to themselves. Okay, that's fine. I don't know my parents' emails anyway. Can't send email. It's read only. Oh, so you can't even make a forum post. Ha, I wish. I'm stuck trolling people like you instead. Does that mean they'd stop torturing people with impossible trials if they could just shitpost online? What do you do on the laptop then? I'm making a game. Oh, you know how to make games? Yep. I'll even let you play this one when it's finished. This is so cool. I've never met a game developer before. What kind of games do you make? You'll see. Go back to GTA, loser. I turned back to the screen obediently and resumed driving around hell. I've always wanted to learn how to make games. I hope they'll teach me sometime. I lose myself in the game for a long time. The sound of a laptop shutting behind me brings me back to the reality. That's enough of that. Death stops what they're doing and picks up the scythe again. The room transforms back to normal around us, as if it was only illusion. I thought up some good trials. Run and get the others, will ya? Sure. Now that we've assembled, Death taps their scythe on the floor and makes their announcement. Scarlet, it's time for your next trial. Pass. She said it so quickly, Death barely even had time to finish their sentence. Ash, then. They turned to me. I could feel myself starting to sweat. I made you something special. It's a video game. Oh, you finished the one you were working on? Yep, it's a card game. So that's what they were making on their laptop. I'm kind of excited to see it. They pull out a small handheld and offered it to me. It's a retro model, similar to the one I got in elementary school. This is a Pain Boy. The cart's already in there, so turn it on and try it out. Right, this game was made for my trial, which means if you can beat my game, you'll get to revive. I have a feeling Death designed something extremely difficult, maybe even impossible. Should I? Play Death's game. I clicked the on switch. Can't hurt to try. How to play. The game begins with one joker face up. Pick the cards from 2 to A. Collect the suits in this order. If you choose the card wrong, you lose. What? Next. Spade. What? Is it 5 every time? It's a flip a card game, yeah. Wait, I want to see. It's the same card every time. Okay. It's a memory game. Yeah, so this is 5 of hearts. 4 of clubs. 6 of spade. 5 of diamond. 3 of spade. Queen. Ace. 9. A. Club. They really want me to give up. Four. We should have wrote these down. My brain is already getting lost. Mine too. They want me to give up so bad. No! Shit. I can't move that. That's no fair. I shut the game off in defeat. I give up. I don't have the patience for this. It's time for your next trial, Donnie. He stiffened in preparation. I couldn't help but feel nervous for him too. Okay, Death, what is it? What do you need me to do this time? Not much. Death ascends higher over our heads just like they did before. They opened a different drawer this time. When they pulled out the table, it appears to be empty. This game is simple. They descended back down toward us at the hint of darkness in their voice. It's called Say When. Their movement is swift, too quick for us to really do anything before Scarlet is hoisted back by the collar of her jacket, then shoved to an open drawer. Even Scarlet could hardly fight back. A shriek and some startled flailing, but what could have prepared her for this? The metal door makes a horrible echoing clang when Death slams it shut behind her. Celadon and I can only stare up in shock as Death stickers down from us on high. At us from on high, yep. It's up to you to save her, Celadon. I'll let her out if you ask. She just put Scarlet in one of the things, and he has to get her out. But free her too soon and you lose the trial. Seriously? Celadon looks up at the drawer Scarlet is locked in, frozen with indecision. A few thoughts rush through my head. The first is that this trial is even more cruel than the last. The second is that I'm glad it wasn't me who was shoved inside one of those drawers. And third is, well, I'm ashamed to have even thought it, but maybe she kind of deserved it. A loud banging rips from the walls above us. Rips out from the wall above us. Celadon! Celadon, are you fucking kidding me? She punctuates her frustration with another loud bang. I can't tell if she's slamming her fists on the wall or kicking the door. Maybe both. Well, it's not like you'll die in there. This time we hear slamming of the heel on metal, accompanied by an enraged scream, and then silence. In this trial, you can win by doing nothing at all, as long as your conscience allows it. My conscience? The guilt you might start to feel over leaving her like this. Or, maybe in this case, self-preservation. The longer you leave her in there, the more time she'll have to plot an elaborate revenge. Celadon. Her voice comes out sweet this time, gentle like the tone she sometimes uses with me. Celadon, this is pointless, we both know that. Death hadn't given you an exact time to target. It could be anywhere from hours to weeks, years even. No matter when you end the trial, they'll say it wasn't enough. Are you going to risk that? How much time are you going to waste on this, Celadon? Come on, think about it logically. Celadon? He turns to Death. All I have to do is say when? Yep, simple as that. In that case, I shouldn't give up immediately. You said it yourself, Scarlet. It might be a matter of hours. Celadon, please. Her voice is firm this time, commanding. It at least give you some time to cool off, right? Alone time is not so bad, is it? Celadon, if you don't let me out of here right now, I swear to God I'm going to find a way to kill you. See? You're angry. I don't want to let you out until I can be sure you're not going to hurt me. Should I do something? Help persuade Celadon, apologize to Scarlet, say nothing. Fine. I think Scarlet's right. Celadon turns to me, a little surprised but receptive. You might as well cut your losses. The sooner you call it quits on this one, the sooner you can tackle the next trial. The next trial? Celadon's voice is low, drained of life. My advice may have backfired. Scarlet. Celadon's eyes are glazed over, like he's staring in from another world. His tone scares me a little. You like helping people, right? Why don't you help me? Fuck you. Let me out of here. I've been here for so long. I've done all sorts of trials. 10,000 push-ups, running laps around the building, humiliating myself in front of other lost souls. So many that I can't even remember them all. But I've screwed up in every single time. And now, I finally got a trial where I don't have to do anything to win. Aren't you happy for me? Wouldn't you do anything to help a poor guy like me? Scarlet isn't saying anything. Is Celadon really okay with leaving her in there? I'll stay with you, Scarlet. I'll make sure you won't get too lonely. So just put up with it for a little while, for me. Celadon sits by the wall beneath the drawer he's keeping Scarlet locked in. Her time couldn't run out while she's stuck in there. She'll never revive. Scarlet? I call out to her weakly. Ashley. Her voice is hollow and cold. It's hard to believe this is the same cheerful lady I met when I first woke up here. I don't know what to do. This isn't right. You're friends with Death, aren't you? I convinced them. Celadon's a lost cause. When I look around, I realize Death isn't here. They must have walked out at some point. Okay, Scarlet, I'll try. Can I really call someone who does this to people a friend? And would they really call off the trial if I asked? I'm the only one who can help Scarlet now. I have to do something. I leave the morgue and look around, searching for Death. I don't see them anywhere in the hall. Did they go upstairs? Maybe they're hiding, watching us from somewhere. They told me before that they know where everyone is. I wonder if they have some kind of surveillance system they can view from their laptop. No, I'm thinking too literally. They can do magic. There's no limit on what they're capable of, probably. Ugh, if they can turn invisible, I'll never be able to find them. Think, Ash, what can I do to stop this trial? For now, I'll take the elevator to the lobby. Death doesn't seem to be lurking around in front of the entrance either. What should I do? Searching the entire building seems like a waste of time. They'd only laugh at me for doing that. I need to get their attention. That's what brought them to me in the first place, the first time. Although I'm not sure attempting to walk out of oblivion again will do anything to me. For me. Would they even care to stop me? I can't risk something like that. Is there anywhere else where they would want me to go? Or maybe something they're keeping from me? The computer. Death said they get internet here. They wouldn't let me use their laptop though. What about the computers here? I wonder what I'd find in the local files. I walk over to the receptionist desk and take a seat in front of the mirror. When I press the power button on the computer tower, nothing happens. Okay. Troubleshooting time. I used to play on the family computer a lot before I got sick, and my dad taught me all sorts of technical stuff. Probably so I wouldn't need to bother him if I ever broke something or accidentally installed a virus. That was back before he got his promotion, when he wasn't on call 24/7. After that, being on the computer for so long gave me a headache, and then I barely spent any time with my dad at all. I haven't thought about that in a long time. I didn't realize I kind of missed those days. This is the first time I've been able to sit in front of a computer in years. What am I doing getting distracted now? Scarlet's in trouble. I tried booting in safe mode. There has to be some way to... Ah, it worked. Text appears on the otherwise blank white screen. It isn't the system text I expected, but a welcome message. Welcome to the afterlife. Please do not despair. At this time, your death is merely a social one. It is likely the world has not been kind to you. This space was created as a place of relaxation and recovery for lost souls. May it serve as respite until you are ready to move on. Beware the front exit, for it leads to oblivion. This is the path for those who choose to abandon society and commit to isolation. To return to your life, you need only enter the elevator. Carry the hope to connect to others in your heart, and the exit will reveal itself to you. Without love, it cannot be seen. So it's a good thing that we've been making connections with these people, like Celadon and Death. We're praying for your peaceful revival. You weren't supposed to see that. Death's voice comes over the PA system. So now you know the way out, huh? What are you gonna do, Ash? Stop Celadon's trial? I cry out, unsure if they'll hear me. The snicker in response tell me they did. Man, I almost thought you were cool, but you're just like everyone else, aren't you? If they can hear me, Are they nearby, or is this part of whatever surveillance system they have going on? There's no reason for this trial to go on if we know the way out. We can all revive together. Come on, I thought you liked it here. I would have let you play the GDA you wanted. Let you play all the GDA you wanted. I carefully scanned the lobby for signs of death. If I could just talk to them, face to face. Instead, you're pretending to care about the worthless strangers. It's pathetic. The door to the stairwell is propped open. I picked up my IV stand and start running towards it. When I burst through the door, Death's footsteps echo just ahead of mine. They're running up the stairs. Not wanting to lose them, I follow as fast as I can manage. I'm surprised I can keep up this pace. I haven't run in years. Probably not since early middle school. Worthless strangers, though, huh? I know I haven't really made the effort to get to know either of them. But Scarlet and Celadon, they're trapped in this place just like me. Scarlet's even trapped in the worst place of all. It's not right. I'm the only one who could do anything about this. I thought if it were me, Death might listen, but will they? The stairs eventually come to an end and a door at the top opens. Blinding light spills into the stairwell as I run up the last of the steps. The roof is bright and empty, save for a single dark figure a few meters up from where I stand. Death drifts slightly above the ground. They aren't flying away. Does that mean we can talk after all? Heh, you caught me. What was that message on the computer? Is it really true about the elevator being the way out? Why don't you find out yourself? Death gestures behind us. The elevator is there. Did it always go all the way up to the roof? No, that doesn't matter. They just want to keep me from interfering with their trial. If I leave now, Scarlet and Celadon will be stuck here. So I'm not going. I can't leave yet. When I turn around, Death has dropped down to my level. Shouldn't you have gone to them then? Tell them the truth, see if they believe you. Scarlet asked me to convince you. And I thought we were kind of becoming friends. I don't understand why you do these cruel things. Dumbass. I've never had a friend in my life. I'm Death. There isn't a single human who isn't afraid of me, who doesn't resent me. It's true that I'm afraid of dying, but you're just like a normal person. The only one here who I can relate to even. That's why you're acting like this. It hurts. So you had the wrong idea about me. Get over it. What are these trials really about anyway? They're not necessary for anyone to revive. Do you really just enjoy torturing people? Yes, you moron. It's my job to give these assholes zero chance of reviving. I'm taken aback by Death's words. If that's true, then... If you really mean that, then what makes us enemies? I pick up my IV stand again. What are you doing? This is the only weapon I have. I hold it up, my hands shaking under its weight. You want to fight me? That's the funniest thing to come out of your mouth all day. A glint of metal passes in front of my face, and I instinctively jump back. You have to stop the trial, or else What are you gonna do? Whack me? You're trying to play hero like this? That pisses me off more than anything. They swing again. I try to block it this time. To my surprise, I'm able to hold my ground. How could you do that to Scarlet? Why do you treat everyone so horribly? 'Cause I hate them. Get off on torturing them, just like you said. If you hate them so much, why not just let them go? Because I can never leave. Why should they get to? They swing again. Death can't leave. Death isn't allowed to leave. This time their scythe hooks on the metal stand and it goes flying out of my hands over the side of the roof. And I'm tugged along with it. I hear the sound of Death's scythe dropping as they run after me. The last thing I saw was a mix of horror and regret on their face as they reached a hand out to me. Their figure became smaller and smaller until she was just flung off the side of the building. I got the bad ending.